'Twas the night before Christmas, when all throughout the arena not a wrestler was stirring, not even John Cena. As the card for High Voltage began to be locked, to the Christmas Smackdown the WWE Universe flocked. Excitement was high, a great show was in store. Titles, returns, even Santa, and more? Daniel Bryan returned, Seth Rollins in view, but tonight he must take down Jacob Fatu. Tricky Willie is bout it and he's hoping for smiles, as he's prepared for this rematch against AJ Styles. But for Bayley this weekend could be one to remember, with Dakota Kai as her chosen Damage Control member. The title is on the line to close out the show, with Mackie and Tam representing J-Flow. So much more to unpack, what else is under the tree? I guess we'll just have to start the show and see. So come one, come all, now we've had our fun. Welcome to episode 318 of the TEW 2020 Challenge Run. We start off with action inside the ring, cause Daniel Bryan is here and that's kind of his thing. But the Bloodline want Rollins, Bryan must wait his turn. For a victory over the champion they all still yearn. Jacob Fatu the monster, though one not so lyrical, defeating him would take a real Christmas miracle. But the Miracle Kid whipped out all of his kicks to topple the big man, the match, an 86. Bryan escapes through the skin of his teeth. In 1804, the Samoan werewolf beneath, his shoulders on the mat, 1, 2, 3. It's our friend Bryan who scores the victory. Him, a 94, Fatu, 69. So as you can imagine, Jacob will be fine. We then head backstage, and who do we see? None other than Santa, sat there with glee. Ho ho ho, he said, I just thought I'd be sure that the roster on Smackdown is nicer than Raw. So come one, come all, from the brand of the blue, tell me your wishes and I'll see what I can do. The first man to enter, and don't get it twisted, it was obvious which list his name was listed. Hola, said Gaza, and Feliz Navidad. There's just one single gift I wish to be had. Well, hello there, young man, and his lady friends too. Just what can I, Saint Nick, get for you? Gaza just smirked. Why, can't you see? There's only one present that's perfect for me. With a shit-eating grin, Gaza said out with filth, all I want for Christmas is another hot MILF. Santa was taken aback, couldn't believe what he heard. Asking for a MILF for Christmas? That's just absurd. But then another enters, and one bearing goods. Santa! Screamed the excited voice of Xavier Woods. Oh, Santa, he said, I've been a good boy this year. Do you know what one thing would really make me cheer? Santa chuckled. Well, hello there, young man. Just tell me your wish, and I'll do what I can. Woods looked at Gaza, he smiled with delight. I want this guy in a match tonight. Gaza was angry. He screamed, listen here, moron. You want your ass beat by me? You're on. Elsewhere on the show, things weren't so happy, with Otis and Fallon and Hams, who's quite snappy. I say friend from kidnapping, Hams said out so bold. But she was putting on a brave face, truth be told. But Hams couldn't turn back and leave her friend, oh no. As she put on her war paint, Fallon laughed. Look, Hambo! Hams couldn't laugh, she had a lot on her plate, as she headed off to the scene of Morgan and Otis's fateful date. Just who or what would be waiting in store, that didn't matter, she could wonder no more. Back to the ring, and who do we see? Why, it's Lashley and Damon and Ronnie and P. A match on the show was too much to pass up. As MVP grabbed the mic, he said, shut your dumb ass up! Listen here, it's the holidays, and everyone's feeling festive. Which is why young Damon here was happy I suggested a match here tonight, here on Smackdown, against a rookie, this Robin Christopher clown. With the Almighty in prime time and our lethal weapon, the rest of the roster, they can get to steppin'. As the holidays come to an end, and the new year is loomin', we are the Hurt Business, and business is boomin'. The match then begins. Damon takes off his necklace, before Robin rushes in a manner that could be described as reckless. But not before long, Damon brings him to a stop, before hitting his finisher to come out on top. A 24 rating for the match between the two, but I guess that's fine, since Damon's still new. Damon a 24, for Robin a 30. Fans had no investment. Guess they're no Bert and Ernie. We're back here with Santa, and he's feeling quite swell. When 4 people walk in, one says, Pierre Noël. "Ho ho, you're French," said Santa. "Bonjour and salut. Now just what can my Christmas gift be for you?" David laughed. "Au Père Noël, you big nerd. Quite frankly, Le Christmas is all very mad." Santa gasped. The gall of this kid! Hearing such language, all of his elves hid. "I have 2 gifts for you, a man not so nice. Hell, I don't even have to check my list twice." Santa pulled out a mushroom and said, "Champagnon?" David was disgusted. "You dare disrespect David Martin? Un champagnon, you big oaf. I have an objection. You are insulting La French Connection." Santa just chuckled. "Well, how about this then? An Argentina jersey. On the back, Messi 10. David was outraged. "Do you think this is funny? All you're doing is taking kids' money." La Connection stormed out, the whole room mocking. "Guess it's not so bad to get coal in your stocking." Next is a locker room. Inside, Hit Row. They're practicing their rap for this Sunday's show. The beat is bopping, they're getting a hang of the flow. When a door flies open, "Sorry I'm late, bro. I don't mean to be rude like some damn rapscallion, but it's been a hell of a busy week for this here stallion." "What's the matter?" asked Swerve. "Oh wait, I don't care." "Oh come on," said Top Dollar. "Go ahead, Riddle. Do share." Riddle smiled. "Well okay, bro. Well, Swerve, that kinda hurt. But I know what'll get you in the spirit. This new t-shirt." Riddle held it up, the fabric bright and purple. And... crap, nothing rhymes with purple. Anyway, the shirt he had made, one for all 4. On the front a new logo, and Hit Bro World Tour. The back, I was there, making sure they'd remember. The year, 2022, Sunday, week 3, December. "Listen," said Swerve, "we don't need this crap. Go hit Snoop back up, at least he can rap. Look, I don't like you, not even a smidge. We just need you to help beat the Paragon at high voltage." Ashanti took the shirt. "I mean, it could be dollar." And Swerve, "Why you acting like purple ain't your color?" Swerve just sighed. "Alright, fine, one night only. But only because I feel bad for you being so lonely." Hit Row left, Riddle looked on with joy. "Bro, Hit Bro record is a thing. Oh boy." The Bloodline backstage. Things not loosey-goosey. Jacob Fatu was beaten and not feeling so oosy. "Calm down, Oos," said Jimmy. "Look, I'm not even lying, but most of us would have lost to Daniel Bryan." Jay butted in, "Except for the tribal chief. But he's getting ready for Sunday and his match with that thief. And for us, Big Oos, get your head in the game, 'cause them Revolution boys are trying to use us for fame." Then in walks Buster and Nebo and Rufus. Buster just laughs. "Look at this big doofus." The mighty Bloodline, looking all so rattled, not even prepared for this Sunday's big battle. If you want to blow off steam, I see one big solution. This Sunday, high voltage, Bloodline versus Revolution. Jimmy stepped up to Buster. "We'll see you there. We'll put you guys down, fair and square." We then head to the ring for some women's action. But no Shotzi, no Ruby, no Toxic Attraction. Just Candice LeRae and a Heart of Desire, scoring a victory over Alba Fire. 12 minutes 32, the match 74. With no storyline attached, I can't really ask for more. Candice 84, Alba Fire 76. A nice showcase match, both women showing their tricks. But after the battle, Kayla enters the ring. Candice says, "Kayla, though I may currently sting, I'm not done with damage control, not at all, far from it. They stand in my way of reaching the summit of the Smackdown Women's Division, and I'm not going to lie, I've set my first target, Dakota Kai. See Coda, Bailey and Cora, they're busy this Sunday, and now you are too, against Candice LeRae." We return to the bar, and our hero Hammy, her face looking nervous, her hands feeling clammy. But she had to hold strong, it was too late to quit. She had to be strong, her heart filled with grit. "Friend," Hams called out, "where could you be?" But there before Hams, a sight not wanted to see. Her friend, still captured, still snagged, tied to a chair, tied up and gagged. "Friend," Hams shouted, with cheer, but Morgan was not so happy. "Hammy, get out of here. She's wild, she's crazy, she's not quite all there. She's not someone to mess with, trust me, I swear." Suddenly, a noise, and the girls are in shock. Someone else was here, and I don't think it's The Rock. "Well, well, well, I knew that you'd come. You always struck me as someone quite dumb. Christmas is upon us, and what do I see? another plaything to keep here with me. Out from the shadows the culprit revealed, and maybe it was better to leave her identity sealed. But DKE were too stubborn to accept this loss, even against this woman, the returning Nikki Cross. 10 months away, time off for a baby. I guess she was real quick to get back to training? "Oh, Hammy," she said, "you're really not clever. Morgan's my friend, forever and ever. But please, be my guest, you're welcome to stay. It gets boring playing with the same woman every day." Laughter was heard, like that of a witch. Hams looked confused. "That's right, there's 2 of us, bitch." The next match upon us on this night also chilly. Mr. Money in the Bank Carmelo and his friend Tricky Willie. "Hold up," said Trick, "I got something to say. Now just you listen up for a second, AJ. You say you're phenomenal, imperishable, you do. But just wait to see what Tricky's gonna do to you. I'm an ass kicker, AJ. It's in my DNA. I'll kick you so hard you'll think you're back in TNA. Mello took the mic, and then if you make it, another loss comes your way. I guess you're snake bit. 'Cause at high voltage, Mello beats you, you're squashed. Then you've gotta live with the reality that you're washed. 'Cause I'm the future, the A-champ, my ops rest in piss. 'Cause I'm money, baby, and when I shoot, I don't miss. AJ comes out, and he don't want none. For this rematch with Tricky, the first one he won. A good showing for Trick, it goes 10 minutes 16, but this time no excuses, AJ beats him clean. 48 scores Tricky, while AJ gets 83. A phenomenal forearm gets him the 1-2-3. 77 for the match, a respectable rating. For a Blu-ray Tricky match, I guess I'll be waiting. Backstage with Kayla, interviewing Damage Control. Kayla said, "Ladies, it's true, you're on quite the roll. But tonight you face Mackie, and Tam too. Just what does this main event mean to you?" Bailey just laughed. "Kayla, you big dummy. Just when I thought you and I were getting chummy. You see, being champion, it's great, we all know it's true. But I'll have not just 1 belt, Kayla, but 2. Tonight me and Coda get us all draped in gold. But that's not the only title I want to hold. This Sunday, the freeway, where I'm gonna stamp my name in history as the new double champ." Dakota then speaks. "And also, this Sunday, I'm gonna kick the head off Candice LeRae. Little mother wrestling thinks she can step to us. Well, I'll show her while we sit at the back of the bus." Woods and Garza then have their fight. From the segment with Santa earlier tonight. 12:48, the 2 men fight like a winter blizzard, before Woods scores the win with the Shining Wizard. Garza 75, Woods 79, and Garza's a goner. And Woods was fighting for Santa's honor. An 80 rating, no story, so it's barely a scratch, but we then get a segment after the match. Kofi and E are with Woods supporting their boy, though E's heart didn't seem filled with joy. Taking to the mic with barely a flinch, E said, "Sorry if I'm being a Grinch, but I'm not feeling merry, in fact quite whack, and it's all because of that damn House of Black. So boys, where are you, with your dark and spooky lighting? 'Cause Christmas is a time of giving, but for me, it's a time of fighting." Upon the Tron, the house then appears, leading to the WWE Universe silencing their cheers. "E, you don't get it," said Black. "I'm helping you. You'll accomplish nothing more remaining in this crew. Reject the positivity. This world is dark. Embrace it. Because the regret you'll feel otherwise, you can't replace it. I'll give you 7 days, 7 settings of the moon. But with the end of the year coming fast, I'll see you boys soon." We are then with The Miz, and Waller too. And after last week, they're feeling rather blue. The Miz takes the mic. "Last week was a disgrace. Who even asked Stone Cold to show his stupid face? But I'm not gonna let him stop me from being a star. In fact, just last week, I bought a new car. So come on, come all, and listen to me, to the most must-see WWE talk show in history, to Miz TV. I must actually thank Pierce for giving me this time. I guess he knows the show's at its best when I shine. The ratings through the roof just last week. I guess that's what happens every time I speak. Not booking The Miz was Pierce's greatest fumble, but it won't be after I win him the Royal Rumble. So if you're still staffing at me, I say screw ya." Then the LA Jam then hits. Let me talk to you. You see, Miz, let me say, and I do mean to be crass, it was hilarious watching Stone Cold whoop this guy's ass. Now you think you win the Rumble, it's nice to have goals, but maybe work on more than being just trolls. But I don't care, end of the match, I really don't care, because when it's all over, LA Knight is winning it all, yeah. Waller steps up and says, listen here, lad, you think you're better than the Miz? You must be mad. You're an old fogey, and I'm a young gunner, and if you don't leave our ring, I'll give you a stunner. 'Cause the Miz and Waller, they're the best duo alive. That guy last week, he's just using our clout to survive. LA just laughed. Look at you think that's true. Well, how about next week, 1-on-1, me and you? I'll give you a week, kid. Try not to fumble. 'Cause we're fighting for a spot in the Rumble. Kayla is backstage, her most important guest yet. Interviewing Santa Claus? That's quite the big get. So Santa, she asked, how did you find the roster on SmackDown? A mixed bag, he said with a frown. Some were naughty, some were nice, some paid for their crimes. He's then interrupted by Cameron Grimes. Santa baby, he said, it's great to see you. And not like a fake cosplay, the real ya. Ho ho ho, I appreciate the praise. You should ask Mr. Pierce to give you a raise. Now Cameron, my boy, I give you my last ploy. Go spread your wealth and the holiday joy. I don't have a gift, I'm not being a witch, but just what do I buy for a man quite so rich? Grimes laughed. Santa baby, leave it to me. I'll spread holiday cheer to all of WWE. A freeway up next. Ciampa, Bronson, Keith Lee. As for the rating, can I get an 82B? This Sunday there's ladders and 3 other guys, but tonight Bronson Reed is the one who survives. 85 for Keith, 75 Reed, Ciampa 73. Before Bronson plants Keith with a big tsunami. 2 men that size fighting, quite the feat, but it's always nice to see big meaty men bumping meat. This Sunday, the champ, the tribal chief, the bloody finale to their year-long beef. Tied together with chains, it really won't be pretty. These 2 men will get down and gritty. The match has been built, nothing needs to be said, so Heyman narrates a dog collar match video instead. The history, the rules, the feud that took us here. It's time for excitement. The match is drawing near. Main event time, the match gets 78. And right now Damage Control have a lot on their plate. Dakota and Bayley, Mackie and Tam, a 20-minute match they really don't give a damn. 79 scores Bayley, Dakota 73. Those seem like decent ratings to me. As for the champs, Tam 76. Mackie with an 83 though, carries those pricks. All 4 go at it, not giving an inch. But trust that damn Bayley to be a big Grinch. Behind the ref's back, a shot with a stick. Then Dakota follows up with a scorpion kick. As the ref comes to, he counts to 3. We have new women's tag champs in WWE. The trio they celebrate, they all hold gold. And I thought the weather was the only thing cold. Kyrie and Asuka and Candice run out, but Damage Control have recovered from the crawling bout. They lay out the faces, their backs filled with welts. Then Bayley poses with both the belts. They laugh and they joke, and join in a group hug. Bear. Humbug. An 82B to close out the show. Yes, I know, ending Christmas on a low, but the night is not over, for you see, we have a stacked episode of Velocity. Though the rhymes will end here, I encourage you to stay, as Wes Lee defends against Mysterio, son of Rey. But for now, I depart, normal Connell awaits, as the Cruiserweight roster finds out their fates. But one final thing, before I vanish from sight. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. So, normal velocity here, I guess. No, you'll probably take a bit of use for me actually speaking and not everything rhyming. But here we come with some perfect timing. Okay, so now we kick off with the singles match between Roderick Strong and Timothy Thatcher, because the final of the trios tournament between Undisputed and the Timothy Thatcher, Oney Lorcan, Drew Gulak group, is going to be on the pay-per-view on High Voltage. So I thought just put two of the best they have in the singles match together, and it did really well, 78. And it is Roddy who picked up the win of a double knee gutbuster in 15:41. So advantage to Roderick Strong and the gang, I guess. 76 for Roddy, 72 for Thatcher. And then we move on to the next match of the night, which sees, this cursed feud. Zachary Ben-Shahar taking on Lewis Booty. Obviously the ongoing feud between the Pirates and the Lady Killers. Ryan Booty, the other Booty twin. Actually, I can't remember what injury he had. He tore either a tricep or a bicep or something. He's only out for a month, I think. But he got some sort of injury on a house show, so I can't book him to wrestle. So the trios match will have to wait a little bit longer. But we've got Zachary Ben-Shahar versus just Lewis Booty here, and obviously Zachary wins that. But he breaks his nose, so I guess. And he's the Lady Killer, so he's gonna wear one of those stupid face masks, I guess. 65 for Zachary and 49 for Lewis Booty. Thank you, Jamie Noble. 80 for this random ass trios match here. The Death from Above trio of Grand Metalik, Lince Dorado, and Pistolero defeat Regal Coalition's Charlie Dempsey, Rip Fowler, and Jagger Reed. Pistolero pins Jagger with a Revolution Fly. 87 for Pistolero. 78 for Lince, 80 for Grand Metalik, 70 for Jagger, 76 for Rip, and a 39 for Charlie Dempsey. And then the main event. As we already know, the Nice Business come out to ringside ahead of their man, Big Daddy Dominic Mysterio, taking on Wes Lee for the Cruiserweight Championship. And a 75 rated match. Business is booming. Daddy Dom is the Cruiserweight Champion of the world. He defeats Wesley in 14:46, apparently by submission. Probably with a 619 frog splash combo, whatever. And the Nice Business is booming because Dominic is the Cruiserweight Champion. He is now the face of Cruiserweight Wrestling. Second title change on this one night. The women's tag titles obviously changed in the main event of SmackDown, and now this. 81 for Wes, 76 for Dominic. And Velocity ends. The final Velocity before High Voltage ends with Daddy Dom, the new face of Cruiserweight Wrestling. 76, yeah, that's actually a pretty good episode of Velocity, to be fair. Anything other than Lewis Booty versus Zachary Ben-Shahar was in the green. But what's more than that is obviously what you thought of SmackDown, mainly. So do know your thoughts in the comments below. And I'll see you next time for the final premium live event of 2022, SmackDown's High Voltage. You got that dog collar main event. You got that triple threat for the women's title. You've got Cesaro versus Warden. You've got Cora Jade and Maki. You've got that triple threat ladder match for the tag titles. You've got LA Knight and Solo Sikoa. You've got the Revolution taking on the Bloodline. You've got the final of the Cruiserweight Trios Championship tournament. AJ Styles versus Carmelo Hayes. And Dakota Kai versus Candice LeRae. Stacked show, and I'll see you then.